Remember, Bolingo is your gorilla. Happy Father's Day. Bolingo is the father in this bunch. So I'm going to talk a whole bunch while Katie's training, but we all know who's cool here, and it is not me. So you can direct your attention to the gorillas because they are way cooler, and we're going to tell you all about them. Bolingo was the first gorilla to be born here at the park. His mother is Kashina. She still lives here currently. She's inside the building, which is, if you look at the rock wall all the way in the back, inside there. Later today, these big boys will go in, she'll come out, and she'll have the whole place to herself. What Katie's going to be showing you are some different behaviors we use to help keep these animals healthy. And the little boys at the opposite window are going to be doing the same thing. Inside the building, we work through steel mesh, so we're never inside with these animals. But over the years, zookeeping has changed a lot, and now our animals, they're our partners in their health care and in their care in general. So they help us to keep them healthy. So Katie asked for a belly behavior, which is good. She's asking him for a quad now. That's standing up on all 4 feet. Standing up, we'll show how tall we are. Now that quad, that's standing up on all 4 feet, in nature, that's kind of a tough position, showing how big you are, especially if you show the side of your body. But for us, we use it when we weigh them. Inside their own rooms, they have a scale, and in order to weigh them accurately, we need all 4 body parts on the scale. So when they stand quad, they have all 4 feet on the scale. Standing up was just showing off. And Katie's going to show you a couple of things, but you'll see in between she's waiting to let him eat. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm still chewing, I don't pay attention. So the same thing kind of happens around here. No matter what gorilla you're hanging out with, we're showing you guys what we call husbandry behaviors. The behaviors that help us to keep the animals healthy. Picking your nose is not one of those behaviors. All right, Katie's asking for his back. She's holding up the stethoscope. Now out here, she didn't tell him he was done. And now he's offering the best part. There's the butt. Now, asking for his rear end is one of his behaviors, but that's not what she asked for. So when that happens for us, just like you guys working with your friends, your kids, your animals, we're going to give him another behavior so he can be successful. So she asked him for chest. She's going to reinforce him. Chest with male gorillas is a really big important behavior because all my Father's Day folks, what happens with human men as they get older with their heart? We're prone to heart disease, and adult gorillas are too. There's his back. So we do cardiac ultrasounds on these animals to watch over their heart health as they get older. The little boys are already learning that too. So in terms of maintaining their health, there's all kinds of things that happen that help us keep them healthy. All right, so for my smaller kids who are in the midst, here's some fun stuff. They make lots of noises. They communicate in lots of different ways. There's a wrist, that's nice. There's the other wrist, that's nice. There's a tongue, beautiful. Good work. If you can't see, it is not my keeper who's sticking out her tongue. It is Bolingo the gorilla. So they communicate in lots of different ways. When they are happy, they see a friend, they see something fun, they when they want to tell each other to back off, it's when they are giggling, which you usually see with the smaller gorillas, it is usually and a thrown in there. They also communicate by facial expressions, body posture, and they put off about 24 different smells. I am not going to do that for you. Inside the building, this is how we brush Bolingo's teeth. In zoos, these animals can live a long time, but in nature, if you saw anybody over 30, I'd be surprised. In zoos, you're going to see them live sometimes males into their 40s or 50s, females into their 60s or 70s. So your teeth have to last a lot longer when you live a lot longer. There's 1 foot and 1 finger. And Bolingo, if you're on my side, you can see he's watching over the kids the whole time, splitting your way, guys. Standing up, looking your way, staying with us for now, and decided to return to Katie and have a seat. Very nice. So Bolingo's back and committed. Every once in a while, you're going to see him do that because his job in this group is to not only watch out for those kids, but to make sure they know what their place is and they know that he's in charge. Right now, that's not very hard to believe because he's so much bigger than them. But as they get older, they're going to have more of these challenges where they're trying to figure out who's in charge.
All my family's behind me. You guys beat your chest like a gorilla? Like this.
So the chest beat behavior, before you guys showed up, we were talking about how young gorillas like to make all the noise they possibly can. They smack themselves, they smack their heads, they smack their moms, they smack their friends, they smack everything. But one of the things they practice is beating your chest. Now for Bulingo, if you look at his nice bare chest, Katie's asking for an ear. When they do a real chest beat, they cup their hands and pop their hands against their chest, and it is loud. The type of chest beat that you guys just did with him was kind of a play chest beat. And then he did a head beat right after that, which is one of the play behaviors that the kids do when they're young too. A lot of times we put some of the play behaviors on a cue, because just like none of you like to sit still at your desk for 6 hours, you need to get up and move around. We throw some of the more active behaviors in so that the animals have a chance to move around too. That can be a laser target, that can be a head beat, spins, twirls, anything that they already know that we can teach them how to do when we ask, we can put those on a cue. So Katie's going to show you now a syringe behavior. Way back in the day, if you wanted to find out about your animal's health, you were probably going to dart them and put them under anesthesia. But these days, we want our animals to trust us, and they are our partners in our health care. So they all know how to get shots, but they're kind of like you guys. If I asked you to help me move a couch, you might do it for pizza, but if I asked you to get a shot, it's going to depend on how you feel about getting shots. So if you are in the crowd and you hate shots, I understand. But if I gave you $5,000 every time you got a shot, your attitude might change a little bit. And it depends, just like with you guys. Some of you are looking at me saying, that's not enough, I still don't want a shot. And some of you are like, yep, I got that. I got as many shots as you want me to take. Katie's getting a forehead, she's looking in some eyeballs.
You're sweating.
Telling him he's sweaty.
Very sweaty.
It's what every male likes to hear.
Malingo's been doing a really good job, so I want everyone to give him a little round of applause.
Oh, looks like we're giving Bo a round of applause. Oh, but not yet. Hold your applause because he has to eat and pay attention. All right, now a round of applause. Oh, yes, the very polite golf clap. That's another one of those play behaviors that we put on cue that he can do amidst the session. But it looks pretty fun. He does have a big belly. He does eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Katie, tell us what you want. You look like you want to say something.
Give them their gifts, and then we can start taking photos.
So it looks like our friends in the PR department have helped you guys get some Father's Day gifts a little bit early in the day. So they're coming up behind you right now to give you a present. And it would be good to open it now because it'll make more sense.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
So
The drawing he did.
What you have, which I can see some of you have and some of you don't. Oh, now I see them all out. Cool. So our gorillas know how to paint. It is a trained behavior, and it is a messy behavior. They only, and like any of the other behaviors that they do, if they don't feel like doing it, they get to walk away. Because we work with a barrier between us and them, if they don't feel like working with us, they don't have to. But when we offer up a painting behavior, they do like to do it. So your paintings today were all painted by Bulingo. We chose his colors. Some of the other gorillas like to choose their own colors, but we chose his colors today. So happy Father's Day from our Big Daddy to your Big Daddies. Bulingo's going to be standing in the middle of you guys, so go ahead and squish in on either side of him with your back to the glass. All right, you guys, squish all the way in, squish all the way in. There you go. For my friends who are sitting at my window, he's not eating anything right now that's particularly tough. But if you look at his head, he has a bony ridge that is a part of his skull, kind of a bony mohawk, and all of the all the muscles that work his jaw stretch over the top of that and connect. So what Katie's doing now is, for anybody who was here, she asked him for his back with the stethoscope and he gave his butt earlier on. She's trying to back up and make sure he remembers what means back and what means butt. Okay. All together, my family's on the bench. We're going to do arms crossed. This is another behavior that helps us to weigh him, and it's going to look like you're mad. So arms out, and then cross them. Yeah, that's a nice tight hug. When our smallest gorilla does that, he looks like he's going to drop the hottest album of the year. We're closing up on this side, guys. Bulingo's fed out. He's strolling your way. For my friends, please give yourselves a round of applause. You are all excellent helpers. It was lovely to have you.